One-step attack number 7 begins when the opponent drops back into a good guarding stance. Steps forward into a double lunge punch. The blocker does an inside defense and an outside defense, strikes a knife hand to the carotid, grabs the back of the head, flicking it forward as he steps into a strike to the face. Done on the opposite side, same technique, steps forward into a double lunge punch with an inside and outside defense with the same hand, a knife hand strike to the carotid artery, cupping the back of the head, pulling it as he steps into a punch to the face. Done full out, it looks like this. Again, this technique is done on both sides. Ouchigari begins from a basic clinch position. We step forward as we do kazushi. With the front leg, we then sweep with our back leg stepping through. Done full out, it looks like this. Kouchigari begins from a basic clinch position. We do kazushi while stepping forward with the front foot and then sweeping with that same front foot. Done full out, it looks something like this. To begin our throws, we will go through the proper setup technique. The opponent is going to step 180 degrees with their hips lower than their opponent's, making a box with their feet. Notice the hips being lower allows them to lift their hips, lifting the opponent off the ground. The throw would be intended to be thrown over the body and not sliding off the edge, dropping to the side. Ogoshi is a throw where we step through, grabbing around the opponent's waist, grabbing their belt or their gi or whatever is available, hips lower than the others, lifting and throwing the person, controlling the arm if possible. If not, we back away with our hands up. Kubi is stepping through with the proper setup, reaching around the head, lifting the hips and throwing. Seoi Nagi is sliding under the arm, attacking their shoulder with ours, hips lower than the other, throwing over the body. So done at full speed, each of those looks like this. Ogoshi, Kubi, and Seoi. The under overchoke is performed from a guard position. The person holding the guard breaks the opponent down and slides one hand in, palm up, thumb towards the ear. The other hand comes across the head, reaching the gi or the shoulder. As we perform the choke, we pull our elbows to the mat and pull them forward with our legs until the opponent taps. The step over sweep is performed by breaking the opponent down, dropping our feet, sitting up and reaching across the head, grabbing the elbow, making sure our hand is posted up high and we are not remaining on our elbow, lifting our hips off the ground and rolling to that side. The under choke is performed from the mount position. First, the opponent reaches in deeply with one hand, as far as they can, with the thumb towards the ear. The other hand grabs the lapel at any point along the way, and we pull down on the lapel while bringing across the body until the opponent taps. Stepping off to side control begins from the mount position. First, we drop, hooking the head on one side. We then extend that same side leg to the ground, making sure that the foot is still posted, holding the hip in place. We replace our hand to the hip and then pull the leg across the body, creating a spot where we can lift our hips, pulling the other leg through until our knees are tight against their body, our arm around their head, and the other elbow on the mat. To return to that position, we slide through like a baseball slide, making sure that our hand is posted on our opponent's hip. We then bring that leg across and rise to mount position and sit up in a good tall posture.